Welcome back, children. Welcome to Miss Bellina's story time. I'm so happy that you're joining me today. I have a beautiful story called The Rainbow Fish. It's written by Marcus Pfister. It's so good. I think you're really going to love it. It teaches you about sharing and also just valuing yourself and valuing others. Are you ready to get started? I know I am. Let's begin. The Rainbow Fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. Oh, isn't he beautiful? The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the Rainbow Fish would just glide by, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They're so wonderful, and you have so many." "You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are?" "Get away from me," cried the Rainbow Fish. Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all the other fish what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am the most beautiful fish. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you." The Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I've been waiting for you," said the octopus. "The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish, You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales, my beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I won't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much. The little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possession had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. The end. Don't they look beautiful? Everyone just glittering in the water with their beautiful scale. Oh, guys, I tell you, I love this story. I love it so much. You learn something really special. You know, in the beginning, the rainbow fish was selfish. He was only thinking of himself. And when he was selfish and only thinking of himself, he didn't have many friends, right? But then, after getting the advice of the octopus, he did take on the new challenge to give away his scales. He started with just one, and it was hard at first just to give the first one, but then he began to give the rest away, and before you know it, he was feeling happy because he was sharing with others and he was seeing how happy they were. So then he felt a lot better, and not only that, he had a shiny scale, and each of the fish had a shiny scale, and he felt more at home around all of his new friends. So it was a good thing, right? I want to share something else with you in regards to sharing, like in this story. It's a story about me, and I will tell it to you quickly. I learned this lesson in a different way. Well, last year, my grandparents were both very sick, and I went to take care of them. So Christmas came along, and one of the things that my grandfather absolutely loved was Christmas. But he and my grandmother were spending a lot of time in and out of the hospital. And so it was going to be difficult to celebrate Christmas. Well, I decided that I would surprise them. And I went out and I purchased a small Christmas tree, and I decorated it with Christmas lights and little ornaments and a little garland around it. I made it look really pretty, and then I put a beautiful little skirt around the bottom of it, and then I placed it up on a box, and then I went out and I purchased gifts for both of them. I got gifts for my grandfather to give to my grandmother, and I got gifts for my grandmother to give to my grandfather. Now, neither one of them could do any of this shopping. I went and did it for them. Now, guys, I knew that my family couldn't come and celebrate. I have family, but they live all over the United States, and no one could come to celebrate Christmas with them. And also, I knew that my grandparents couldn't go out and go shopping. And so that meant that I wasn't going to get any gifts for Christmas. But you know what? I didn't mind. Not one bit, because I felt like my Christmas gift was doing this special thing for them. So, to end my story, the nurses helped me, and we brought my grandmother and grandfather together and went into the room. And when they saw the tree for them, they said, "What is this? Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful." They were so excited. And then there were the gifts. They were like two little children. It was really, really special. And so they each opened up their gifts from each other, and they were so excited and happy. And I have to tell you that seeing their smiles and their joy on that Christmas day, that to me was my gift. And I felt so happy because I did something for them. I did something for others, and it made them feel really, really good and happy. So I learned to give also, just like the rainbow fish. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story and my story. Well, I hope to see you again next time. And remember, think of others, share. You can do it in many different ways. Have a great day. See you again. Bye.